It all came to a head when I collapsed at home and crawled to a telephone. I had a friend who came to my aid, and I was eventually admitted to hospital. I'd not had anything to drink for 48 hours, as any food increased the pain, so my medical condition was not very good. My problem was that I was suffering from an ectopic pregnancy. The fallopian tube was rupturing, causing bleeding. I suddenly found myself standing beside myself, looking at a cord which connected me to my body, and thinking how thin and wispy it was. Someone was beside me. I was made to feel secure and encouraged to trust my companion, who suggested that the cord was insignificant and that I should not concern myself with its fragility. I was guided towards a light. This was a sort of void in which I found myself with the ability to fly, or should I say, I had no weight. A very strange experience. Throughout the journey, I kept looking back to ensure my companion was with me, but somehow towards the end of the journey, I found myself just content to move on and reach the end. Reaching the light, I was met by other beings of light, and very gently encouraged to move on towards a life review. In this experience, my actions were not judged by others, I judged myself. My presence could see into my mind, and there was no way I could hide any thoughts. Gently, I was encouraged to understand how my mistakes hurt others by experiencing what others had felt as a result of my actions. I was confused as it all seemed so strange. The word death was never mentioned, yet somehow I came to understand that I was in that place of spirit where the newly dead move on to. Many questions sprang to my mind, like how, why? I had just abdominal pain, nothing considered life-threatening. I was told by those in spirit that I had been pregnant. I had not known that I had been pregnant before this. I just thought I had an abdominal pain. I was also told that the spirit of the child had initially consented to be born and then changed its mind. It's an interesting thing, isn't it? That it had experienced a very traumatic life before and just could not face life again just yet. Perhaps with love and encouragement, it would in the future. I asked to see this spirit and explain that with me and my husband it would have known love. We had been hoping for another baby for some time. There was hesitancy, and one can only assume the spirit concerned was consulted. After a delay, we spoke together. Poor soul. I really sensed the fear. It felt secure with the brothers of light around it, who supported it with love. One day was the message from the brothers. Be patient with them. I was moved forward and eventually met the great God in many religions. A beautiful experience, and I can only say that I fully understand why St. Paul so wished to be with him, to be in the presence of such unconditional love, humour, and understanding. I did not need to speak, thoughts were sufficient. It was as if all were one and shared in his being. His radiance was everywhere. To this day I still look back with elation to this experience.